Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to amend the agreement that was tabled 2 weeks ago to the new settlement agreement as presented to our Corporation Council tonight, with the conditions that's spelled out. I don't think anybody here wants me to read this 7 pages worth, so I won't. But as said in the context, so those in the public to know and for the record to know, that the agreement in a simple form of matter makes a payment to Almondi. Stonegate agrees to be a part of this settlement, that the city will receive as part of the agreement for a fair market value the property on Phillow Street, that we agree as a city through certain specified officials, and I know there'll be others along the way, to help them find a parcel that works for everybody. And that's the goal here, to work for everybody. So, Mr. Mayor, I'm going to move the settlement agreement dated September 23rd, 2014, as handed out tonight as part of the settlement. It should be the settlement, and then I'd like to speak to it, Mr. Mayor.
Motion made, Mr. Hempstead, by Mr. Hempstead, and now, Mr. Hempstead, I recognize you.
Thank you. I want to thank all parties who came together to make this happen. I thank the public for coming out for the last few weeks and being diligent in what you should be doing. And hopefully you'll understand that for a lot of us up here, there was no, and I want to make sure this doesn't get misinterpreted, a right or wrong decision in what we had faced, because we had other information in executive sessions, not that we didn't want to share, but a lot of this was negotiations that brought us to this fruitful point. All right, but a lot of us here at this table, and I'm sure they'll all speak, struggled both ways with mind and heart, working once against the other, because we're here with a fiduciary responsibility to try to make sure that our expenditures are wisely spent, settlements are presented, making economic sense. But the same token, I kid when I'm going to repeat it again, those who have seen A Few Good Men, that part where the two soldiers at the end get thrown out of the Marines, and they ask, what did we do wrong? What did we do wrong? And the answer is, we were supposed to protect the little guy, and that's part of our job too. Our job is to protect the neighborhood and the citizens of Norwalk. It was a dual argument amongst a lot of ourselves. I do thank my fellow council members. I know they took the settlement extremely serious. I think we had at least 4 special meetings that went on for 4 or 5 hours just for those, and I know there's plenty of conversations. I will get some private time, at least now, on Saturdays and Sundays, and speaking back and forth to either the memberships or the Corporation Council. But there's a lesson to be learned for all of us here, and I think we all need to understand that tolerance, understanding, working together from day one to have an appropriate place for anybody to worship. This country is founded, one of its main principles, on freedom of religion, the freedom of worship as we see fit, where we see fit. We can never make sure that is ignored ever, ever. But at the same token, Norwalk is not the city it was 50 years ago when it was undeveloped. I mean, I grew up in this town. I'm telling you, there were cows that calf pastured in 1969. So this community is changing too. So I hope those who have stepped forward at all the hearings that we had and said they were here to help. I hope you understand in the community from the church on Monday that we are here to help truly. I did return some calls, and I apologize, but I did that because out of fear, and I talked to Mario, that I didn't want to jeopardize some of the negotiations that were going on. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and I
go back and forth.